Good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. How we doing today? Happy Big Tuesday, if you celebrate. I try to celebrate every day. Some days are harder than others, obviously, but I try to enjoy and celebrate every day that I get. My accent was coming out there. Every. But in any case, I have had a long day, and I just got back from the gym, as is my wont. So I am looking for a relaxing game. So we might return to some Mountain of Faith, or maybe even Lol K if I'm feeling real spicy next week. But I think off and on, with us playing normal Touhou games, by normal I mean actual mainline Touhou games, we'll do some fan games. And I would like to start Mystias Izakaya. I have played this a fair bit, especially when it was coming out, and a lot of the DLCs were coming out. And I adore it. It is not a game that is going to wow you with like, oh my gosh, the writing's amazing, or it's so mechanically, it's groundbreaking. No, it's just a fun game made by people who obviously really like Touhou, and it's just got that spirit, you know. It's got like that, not Cooking Mama. That's not the vibe that I'm looking for. What's the farming game? Harvest Moon. That's kind of what it feels like to me. You know, you just play some Harvest Moon and have a good time. And you're just relaxing and chilling out. And there's nothing crazy going on. You're just vibing out and having a good time. Let's start a new game. I gotta remember that the buttons are not what I expect. We won't skip the prologue. There's our girl Mystia. Had a good night's sleep. It's time to start preparing for tonight's work. Oh, she's not here yet. What's wrong? Here, have some water and take a break. Nah, it's nothing. I was short of breath because I ran all the way here. Sorry for being late again. It was pretty windy today. The head priestess wouldn't let me go until I swept away all the fallen leaves. Well, that must have been hard. Why don't you just take it easy today? I'll take care of the prep work myself. No, it's fine. Please let me help you. Is it really fine? Don't overwork yourself. It's really fine. And tonight is the night of the showdown. How can I desert you at a moment like this? Thanks, Kyouko. Okay then, let's start preparing ingredients for tonight's izakaya. I love that loading animation, by the way. That's adorable. And she does the spin. The spin-dween. Uh-oh. Kyouko is freaking out, dog. The gluttonous ghost herself has appeared, and she is hungry. Alright. Alright. So we got that, and we've got the ingredient for it. So then you have to wait until this pops up. There we go. Then we get the drink, add to that. And then we can go over and serve it. Go back. Lamprey. We'll go ahead and grab the drink. So this is essentially the gameplay loop that it's introducing you to here. And as you go on, you get more recipes. You get more recipes and can kind of tailor what you're doing to the guests that you expect to have in a given location, because there are a lot of locations you can unlock. And that's just in the base game. In the DLCs, you get an area and a couple extra characters per, which is pretty cool. In fact, DLC 4, I don't have the most recent, or the last DLC, which is DLC 5, which was Lunar Capital and Makai, I believe, if you're a Touhou nerd. Uh-oh, she's freaking out. But DLC 4 has got the Garden of the Sun with my homegirl Yuka, so I love it. Oh dear, she's She's freaking out. I didn't notice before, even the ghosts are freaking out. Ooh, Kane is here. Beast Kane. Kane EX. Never give up. Never. Fun fact, my Steam profile picture is the never give up guy, but it's Mei Ling from the SDM of Embodiment of Scarlet Devil, Touhou 6. I love that image so much. So we're kind of breezing through this prologue, but the essential gist of it is that Kyouko is real freaking hungry. It's like super munchies. And so, since Mystia is a cook and the proprietress of an Izakaya, she has been given the task of somehow sating the monster that is Kyouko. And she's been doing it again and again and again, because Kane can send her back in time, due to the, well, loosely, due to the ability of her to eat history when she's in her EX form. Look at this cute little home! Oh my goodness! Not gonna lie, if I ever have screw you money, I would love to have a cabin that looked very similar to this. Like just a one person, maybe have another, like a bathroom and a little storage room, and then just one big open area. Like this. Very cozy. Just enough for me and maybe one guest or two guests over. You know, family if they come over, that sort of thing. But that's it. That seems like it'd be very, very nice. Do that and maybe open up my coffee shop. I can kind of relate to Misty in that way. I would love to open up a coffee shop at some point. I had dreams of opening a bar at one point. Actually, when I was a little bit younger. But then I bartended for a while, and while I did enjoy bartending, it's definitely... You meet a lot of interesting people, let's put it like that. Alright, if you go to the basement, there will be a bunch of other stuff that we'll get as we go along, including outfits, which is really cool. Depending on what you do, you can get different outfits for Mystia. Alright. Hey, oh my god. Jennifer's got the gab, bro. She is strapped. She has no mercy. She is the Yakumo family debt collector, bro. She's out here to break kneecaps and make money. Nothing personal, kiddo. Poor Kyouko. Also, the cat is bullying the dog in this situation. What the heck's going on here? God, I feel like I say this for most of the games that I've played that have sprite work for the characters, but I do genuinely enjoy these sprites. Look at the absolute goblin that Shin is on the left, and then Kyouko, poor Kyouko, on the right. Oh, Kyoko's in debt. $3,000 yen, including interest. Before I lose my kneecaps, I have no regrets in life. What a girl, that Kyouko. Kyouko really is a sweetheart. She actually I believe she lives at the Myorin Temple as well. She's always around there, and I believe she's one of the disciples under Miss Byakurin. Byak. Oh dear. So Mystia has taken debt out with the Yakumo family to buy out Kyouko's debt, which she will then have to pay back. Alright. All according to plan. Alright, if we read this, let's read this out together, kids. Mystia Lorelei, borrower, now owes 3,000 yen to Yakumo Family Bank, lender, due next month. If borrower defaults, then lender can break borrower's kneecaps. Yeah. Yakumo. Don't worry about the details. Not going back on your word, are you? No. Oh yeah, I forgot that detail. Misty's illiterate. Alright. So now, we have got Kyouko as a partner for the Izakaya. Alright, we got some free ingredients. We start off with, what, 3 or 4 dishes, I think? Here's the other mechanic in the game. So there's essentially 2 phases to the game, right? There's the cooking element, which we saw a little bit earlier when we met the very, very hungry and gluttonous ghost, Miss Kyouko, whom I love. And then there's this overworld section where you can talk to other characters. Once we have access to shops, we can buy ingredients and items, and also collection points where we can collect ingredients. Alright. Very nice, very nice. That's actually really nice. I don't remember that part of the journal being in Mystias Izakaya last time I played. That may have been a DLC 5 thing, or I might just be very forgetful. That could also be it. And Mystia levels up as well. And you get little blurbs for each of the characters that we meet. So I kind of go Pokemon style, and I want to catch them all. I want to get all the little blurbs for Touhou characters. There we go. Then we've got the tasks that we need to do. All right. And like Mystia said, we are going to look at those other tabs later. So right now they aren't super important to what we're doing right now. Later on they will be, especially if you are a min-max goblin and want to do the absolute best for each evening when you actually run the Izakaya. Alright. Let's see. Actually, can we... Okay. There you go. We're gonna go ahead and get that. Some dew, honey, cicada slows. Over here, we can get some seaweed. We didn't get any lamprey, which is a bit unfortunate. Let's see. You can talk to these characters too. Usually if there is a quest, they'll have a little exclamation mark over their head. Let's get some boar meat. Oh man, I forgot how it eases you into the game, because even this area a little bit later on will have quite a few characters. Also, as the day progresses, different collection points can open up, so definitely get familiar with the collection points for each part of the day. Like down here, we can get Sparrow's Sake, which is a very nice drink. That can carry you pretty decently even into the later parts of the game, as far as how much you get back out of selling them. Ooh. Let's see. Go ahead and get some meats, and then we'll see if we can get some more lamprey. I would like that, because it's always a fairly decent way to make some cash. It's the signature of Mystias Izakaya, the fried lamb, or grilled. Is it grilled or is it fried? I can't remember. The lamprey, which I can't say I've ever personally eaten. I am not a seafood person myself. I know some of you would be like, oh my gosh, how could you not like seafood? I just don't. I don't like aquatic things in general, as far as food goes. I like catfish. And what else do I like? I don't know if I like anything else that's water. It's water food. I'll eat seaweed if it's on onigiri, but not on my own volition. Alright. So here is our prep screen. And here's where, once we unlock some more stuff, we can choose level 1, 2, or 3, which is going to be how big our izakaya is going to be that we open. We can only use level 1 right now, so we're going to have 3 stations that we can put cookware on, and 3 tables that our patrons can sit at. And then we can choose the people that we're going to bring in with us to help out with the shop, and the actual location that we're going to open up at. But we've only got the yokai trail right now. And very importantly, I almost failed to mention, thank you, Miss Mystia, it'll show what guests normally come to those locations. Alright. It's L1, and we'll open up. Which brings us to the second preparation screen, where we can actually choose what our dishes will be. And it will show you what the cookware is. So if you see at the bottom left there, it's seafood miso soup. And it requires the pot. We have the grilled lamprey, not fried, grilled, which is one of Mystia's signature dishes. And that requires the grill, and then the fresh tofu, which requires the cutting board. And it won't let you, the game won't let you completely screw yourself over, because you'll see at the top, up by the L1 open shop, it's got a checklist of you gotta have 1 dish, you gotta have 1 drink at least, and at least 1 bit of cookware. Alright. Oop. There we go. So we need the pot, we need the grill, and we need the cutting board. And let's grab the green tea, and we got 5 sparrow sake, so to put something on the menu. Just understand that if someone wants something that you put on your menu, they can still order it even after you've run out. So you gotta be careful, because they might get a little bit upset about it. Alright, just explain the layout. And it'll stay the same even if you go to different locations or have bigger izakayas as you level up and develop a little bit more. And on the left side, this is very important. It's the ambiance. If you keep satisfying your customers, it'll get higher. And if it reaches the top, it'll reach max, and you'll get way more customers coming in. And sometimes, even some special characters. And then up at the top, like she says, that'll be the partners that you have. So you can usually, what is it? Is it 3 that you can have? But you have to pay your partners at the end of the night, so that will cut into your revenue. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and make 1 of each. That's generally my plan. Once you get later into the game, it's generally a good idea to start off with whatever you've got, making 2 of each item that you're selling, and throwing it in the oh, I'd like to put it in there. Thank you. In the holding cabinet, just so you have some stuff on hand, and you'll have some partners that can actually take stuff out of the holding cabinet and take it to your patrons. You see there, Kyouko being the barmaid, she can actually take the drinks for us, which is nice. And there's a little bar, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little bar underneath the table sign for 2 there, and that will tick down. It'll fill up white and then tick down the longer it takes, and if it hits bottom, the customer will be like, what the heck, man? What are you doing? This service sucks. Which, hey, fair play. I've been there. Although I'm much too reserved to actually be like, hey man, what sucks? Or, what sucks? Hey man, what's up? This sucks. I'm just not the kind of person I am, I suppose. Oh, and you can kick people out, which is kind of funny. So every now and then you'll find a, you'll have a line start to form up around here. Because if all of your tables are filled, no one else can come in, obviously. And you might have a special character come up that you really want to sit because they have a special ability or something. Which we'll get to later once we see some interesting characters. Some named Touhou characters. So you can kick out the riffraff, as it were, and get them seated. Also, look how cute that sprite is at the bottom right. That's adorable. And it also changes. As I mentioned earlier, you can get different what's it called? Outfits from Mystia, and it will change according to which outfit you have on. Oh, something important to remember as well. While it doesn't cost you anything to actually put stuff on your menu, if you make some more food and put it in the holding cabinet, if no one takes it at the end of the day, whatever it costs is going to come out of the revenue as well. So if we might see that if no one comes in and eats that miso soup. Also, the soundtrack for this game is phenomenal. I've got I've got 3 of the soundtracks for this game that they've released. Kind of like in sections as the DLCs have come out. I don't think that's all of them. I think there's another one that came out with DLC 5. But there are definitely times where I'll just load those up. Because it is a vibe, for sure. Alright. Lamprey on the menu today, apparently. Here you go, madam. It's really fun that it makes the setting of Touhou feel very alive when fan games do stuff like this, where there are a bunch of other yokai that can just kind of go around, they're doing their own thing, and you get to interact with them like this. And it's not like people are inserting their totally original OC please don't steal. It's just chill. They're doing their own thing. I'm doing my own thing. Somebody's got to eat at Mystias Izakaya. So it's natural that it would either be humans crazy enough to wander into the yokai trail at night, or have some sort of powers that would allow them to protect themselves, like our favorite shrine maidens, Reimu and second player Reimu, and also Miss Sakuya, among a couple of others. Maybe Mr. Renosuke could come down here without too much of an issue. But yeah, it's like, of course it would be a lot of the yokai who would be coming in to eat. And once you hear that little bell dinging sound, that is... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That is our last call. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Table 3, order the miso. So we won't have to deal with that coming out of our pay. And once the last call sounds, there can be no more guests seated, although the guests that are already there will play out their entire meal. So it could be one where they order one thing and leave, or... Alright. Served a fair bit. No sparrow sake. Which is fine. Oh my god, you can see all of my saves. And I am freaking loaded. Alright, we'll use the very last save slot for this, I suppose. Because I do kind of want to keep those. If I want to go back and play DLC 5 at some point. Alright, is there anybody around? No, I don't see Roomba. at some point, our favorite darkness yokai will appear down here. I can't remember if she'll come to eat, and that's how we meet her, or if... Is it gonna be down here now? Nope. Or if she'll appear as a story beat. And I think Jennifer will appear as our merchant in this area as well. Let's see, we sold a lot of the lamprey. So it'd be nice to get some more lamprey. Got some Iberico? Iberico? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Pork of some sort. But that's a pretty good ingredient there. That'll become more important later on, is what ingredients you have. Because you don't actually have to rigidly follow all the recipes in the game. You can kind of hot swap things in and out. Especially, that becomes very important when you actually get the actual named Touhou characters that come in. Because you can kind of mix and match some ingredients in and out to really cater to certain characters' tastes. Because if you really, really please a character, whether at the Izakaya, they can use a spell card, and that will give you some kind of positive effect that will last for the rest, usually for the rest of the day, or the evening rather, that you're running the Izakaya. But if they also are incredibly displeased, they can use a spell card that will make things substantially worse. So you gotta be careful. Alright. Let's get our usual strat on. So like, once one of these come off, I'll show you guys. So like, think this. So we can like throw a miso soup down, right? Then we can menu over and we can like add something in. And you can see here, and that'll have different tags at the bottom, because I don't think the game explained that. If you look over at the miso soup blurb on the right, then look down, which I'm partially cutting it off, I apologize, but it'll show you what tags it is. So like some characters might like home cooking soup, or home cooking and soup a lot. Some might like meat. Some may be poor, like poor Miss Reimu, and really like the economical stuff. So you can kind of play into whatever a guest may like. You can kind of play into that as well when you don't know what a character likes. Off the rip, and can kind of play around with what they might based on what you know about Touhou, which is kind of a fun thing, you know? Like with Reimu, I know from the games and from some of the extended works that she's a bit of a stingy lady. So I, off the rip, tried something that with the economical tab, and she loved it. But then every now and then she'll throw you a curveball and be like, I want something that's super expensive. And then be mad about it. I'm like, girl, you did this to yourself. Or things like mailing, like Chinese food, liking Chinese food, because she is a Chinese yokai, which is really cool. I can't remember if she likes spicy food. She might like spicy food. One cool thing about not playing this game in a little bit is that I'm not going to just be able to walk in and be like, oh yeah, these characters like these things, for sure, and be able to breeze through. There is still going to be an element of, I got to figure some stuff out. Even though I do have, like I said, a little bit of memory about what characters may like or dislike. Man, I adore this game. I really do. It's so cozy. This game got me through some rough patches with work. A while back, not currently, but there were some times when I was feeling a bit down, and being able to just pop in and run the old Izakaya was quite nice. Have some good music. Be chilling out. Oh, if I can run the grill. There we go. Just want to grill for God's sake. Alright, table 2 wants the miso. Table 3. There we go. Alright. I don't know how big the team is that worked on this game, but it seems like a fairly small, fairly focused team. And I am very impressed by how nice this game plays. Like, again, this isn't a game that's going to be like, oh my goodness, a game of the year. It's so groundbreaking. It has really broken the mold of games, but it does what it does incredibly well. You know what I mean? Like, it's not reinventing the wheel. It's just made a really good wheel. And it caters to a very specific audience, which is Touhou nerds, right? Like, there's no doubt about that. It's a specific group. Actually, hold up. Let me actually move my well to this side. Can I? I need this. Oh. I think this will be a little bit better, so you can actually see Mystia's entire model there. Let's see here. Can I flip this? Flip vertical. There we go. Alright. I know how to technology, guys. Praise me. Witness me. Forefathers one and all. Alright, let's continue. There you go. Now you can see see how cute Misty's little avatar is there. Adorable. I do remember what my personal favorite outfit is for her that I've gotten in Mystias Izakaya, and I'm definitely going to go for that. But we're going to keep that a secret for now. It's a secret to everybody. Which, if you know where it's a secret to everybody comes from, we either grew up with a lot of old stuff like me, or you're just old in general. And I'm quite frankly, I'm not sure where I'm starting to fall on that either. It's all right. Some people talk bad about getting old, but I actually look forward to it. Part of that is I've like on the feel-good side of it is I think every stage of life is interesting and amazing in its own way and should be cherished. And the less wholesome, a little bit more what would you call it? The self-depreciating side is that I even at my mid verging on late 20s, I look like a 14-year-old half the time. Like, if you were to remove my tattoos, and if I'm clean shaven, I look like a 14-year-old. So getting older and actually looking my age a little bit more, or at least like an adult, would be really cool. I will say though, hitting the gym like I have, my when you're an adult male, right? If you hit the gym, you're going to get some man muscles in. I don't know what the... I need to make a lamprey. There we go. I don't know what quality it is when you become an adult man, but if you hit the gym and you start to get some muscles in, there is a difference. Maybe it's just age and how you carry yourself, but there is a difference to your look when you're not an adult male and when you are an adult male with muscles. I had a actually had a jiu-jitsu coach a long while back who would always refer to it as man muscles, which is kind of funny. I like that guy too. I hope he's doing well. Oh, Wriggle's here. Do not ignore the bug. You dare ask what's up to the Lord of Fireflies, not catering to her immediately? I really like Wriggle's personality in this. She acts a bit haughty, but she's a cutie. Omakase. And here's what I explained a little bit ago. Sometimes guests, especially guests that are new to the Izakaya, that are named characters, they won't just tell you what they want. They'll give you a certain number of things they like. So like we can go over here. And she'll tell us it would be great if all dishes tasted sweet, and she wants a low alcohol drink. So we know she likes sweets, and we know she likes low alcohol. Alright. So we're gonna make a tofu. Oh dear. Tofu. Sweet. Cicada. Oh. Oh, will it not let me? Will it let me? Okay. There we go. And then it's given us one fruity highball. There you go. I like that. It's Josh Drive Hayes, if you're familiar with that channel, which if you aren't, go check him out. He's awesome. But he's harped on the idea of a good tutorial has the general flow of it shows you a thing, lets you use the thing and get used to it, and then adds something else on top of that to modify it and make it a little bit more advanced. So it's not just like, hey, here's all the stuff, and it doesn't starve you for new interesting things. It eases you in a natural progression. And this really has, right? Because we've had our first night, and now we've got our second night where we're starting to learn the ropes and get used to it, and we have another element that's added in. Alright. Another reason I do like this game is cooking is kind of a battle, right? You're battling your kitchen while you're also working with it to make some delicious food, as well as the fact that you are kind of battling with the people that you're feeding as well, whether that be you or your family, or if you're cooking for a large group. And not in a negative way, it's more like you're trying to bring something that brings out the best, evokes good feelings. I am, if you can't tell by my occasional accent slips, because I do flatten my accent, I am from the Deep South, and food is very, very, very important to us. And having grown up around a deep Southern woman's kitchen, where if you ain't working, you're gonna get put to work. You don't go in the kitchen if you ain't getting put to work. All right. I've spent a lot of time in the kitchen. I love cooking myself. Not cooking myself, cooking food for myself. There we go. And I've cooked for a fair few people, and it's really interesting trying to figure out different people's palates and give them something that they're going to enjoy, something that'll bring joy to their face and make them light up and really help them to enjoy a situation that you're in them with, whether that's a simple family, oh my god, I can't speak, a simple family dinner or a get together with friends, you know, whether it's, you know, one person or 15, 20, it's really interesting. I love it. I love cooking. I know that's not everybody's jam, but it is certainly mine. So that's another reason why I really, really like this game. And why I really like the system of you have to kind of figure out things sometimes. You know, you might be given something a little bit more blatant of like we just saw with Wriggle liking things that are sweet. And then some others might be like, I like something that's weird. And you're like, what does that mean? Oh, we've got access to the merchant now. Spend money to make money. As someone in the business world, truer words have never been spoken. Alright. Do we get level up quests with Kyouko? Side note. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's just skip that. Alright. Is Roomba here? Roomba is not here yet. I would like Roomba. Because she's cute. Alright, let's see. So let's get a couple of these highballs here. So we can look at these just so we have a little bit of stuff. And fruity sours are shochu. And I think we're not going to... Well, we might take a couple. Let's get a couple more fruity highballs. We'll offer those with the sake, the sparrow sake, I think. I'll need to buy some more tofu. We're going to max out the tofu for now. I don't think... At the moment, we shouldn't buy too much more. Because you can get yourself in trouble with the game of getting a little bit too excited about buying stuff. Then all of a sudden, you can't make your debts. And Miss Jennifer from the Yakumo Family Bank comes and collects your kneecaps. Because that's what happens around here. Life's rough as a yokai. Alright, let's grab some of this. Seaweed. Alright. Grab that. And hopefully, we'll be able to collect some sparrow sake down here. Oh, and maybe that's later in the day. Grab that. Let's see. What do we have up here? Oh, there's a lot of stuff over there. You know what? Let's grab those first, because we've been selling a lot of lamprey, right? Especially early game, it's important to kind of plan out your gathering points based off of what you actually use a lot of. And I definitely recommend, depending on your luck, I know mine is very lamprey coded, is to focus on those water gathering points. Let's see. Do we have some sake? No, dang it, no sparrow sake. That's all right though. We've got some in stock. Go ahead and grab those just in case Wriggle comes around. There is a great shitpost of Wriggle, and I'm not going to repeat it on stream here, because I generally try and be less foul. But if you are inclined to such things, go start digging around for some Wriggle, shitposts. They're really funny. Definitely don't do it if you are a kid though, because there is a lot of foul language in them. Alright, I think we've been going for 45 minutes. Let me go grab a drink real quick, guys. If you would allow me to, I would appreciate it. And I will be back in about 45 seconds. How does that sound? I think that's fair. I'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, I'm back. Like I was never even gone, huh? Alright. Oh dear. Let me sit down here. There we go. Do 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 do. Only have 10 tofu. I think we've got enough though. Tea, always good to have. We're gonna do the fruity highball and the sparrow sake for today. Try and boost up them numbers. Ooh, loud can crack. I apologize for that. I probably should have muted for that, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and start off. Buying something? What you buying, stranger? It'd be really funny, by the way. I don't have the talent for it, but if anybody out there does have the talent and skill to mod the game, if you could change Mystia to to the merchant from Resident Evil 4, I would love you forever. That would be so funny, dude. What you buying, stranger? What you eating? That is one thing that has stuck with me since being a kid. The merchant from Resi 4 is one of my most beloved characters. He's just a weird dude with a heavy accent selling stuff in a zombie infected area. I love him. Alright. Ooh, there's Roomba. Where's she at? It gave me the pop-up. There she is. What will she do? Hello? Don't ignore me. I'm looking. I'm gonna stand right behind you. Order something. Order something or leave. Alright. So she likes raw. And she likes bitter drinks. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a tofu started. And maybe some miso. And she's a meat-eating yokai. Do I have an egg? We don't have anything for raw. But she does like things with meat. Let's give her that. Actually, I didn't see what her drink she wanted was. She likes bitter. Okay. Let's deliver this. Down to 3. Oh, there we go. Give her that. Oh, I don't know what to do the way. Oh my goodness. I can't menu. Help. Okay, there we go. She likes bitter stuff. She's one of our fruity highballs here. How you like that? Alright, we got a heart up. Very nice. The goal is to get 4 hearts in there, because if she does get 4 hearts, or any actual name Touhou character, oh, she left, dang it. She'll use a spell card. That'll be usually something good. But if you keep screwing up, like I said before, they might use a spell card that's not so good for you. Alright, she wants a tofu. I love that occasionally the yokai will remark on Mystia looking tasty herself. Like, oh wait a minute. That's not a dish. That's not an ingredient. That's the freaking owner of the bar. I'd like a few more customers to come in. Hopefully we can get that. Oh, they came in together. Hopefully we can hit max ambiance and get a few more people in here before the end of the day. That would be optimal. That would be cool. I just need someone to come in here and actually take this last miso soup off our hands. I wonder, do you guys know that the characters will say, quit staring, you're souring the booze? And oh, Jennifer's here. And that is something that I, as an American, have never heard as an expression before. Like souring the beer, souring the whiskey, anything like that. That is not something I'm familiar with. Alright. She likes grilled stuff. And she likes dry stuff. Alright. Let's give her some lamprey. She's a cat, after all. Dry, okay. But if you guys know, definitely let me know as well, because because I've heard that a couple times in different like manga and anime and stuff like that, where people have expressed that as a, hey, go away, quit messing with me, I'm trying to drink here, type of deal. That's foreign to me. But maybe we're just a bit more gruff, right? We don't beat around the bush much in American culture a lot of the times. We're like, hey man, screw off, what are you doing? Go away. I don't like you. We don't have many, we have a lot of roundabout ways of saying that in English. We're just a bit gruff, huh? Which is really funny, because it seems like a lot of people have this perception of American culture, at least in some places, that we're super gruff and rough and tumble and, you know, like, unagreeable. Oh, we leveled up. Very nice. But a lot of times, if you take a minute to get to know us and kind of engage with us on our level, then a lot of us are just teddy bears. We're just happy to be here, man. Alright, let's use that save. Ah, here we go. So here is another mechanic. You can actually prepare stuff before the evening, but just like if you prepare stuff and put it in the holding cabinet and the day goes by without selling it all, it will count against you. So you got to be careful with it. Alright. First off, let's visit the old... Actually, when does this do? Bleeding 10 days? Oh yeah, we got that. We got that. We'll be able to take care of that. How much we got? We got 950 right now. Oh yeah, we're gonna be rolling it. Don't worry about it. Hey, don't worry about it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So here's the album. And we can see the little sprites for all the different characters, which is very cute. We got Jennifer. And you can see what they like that you've discovered of them. It won't just give you carte blanche of what they like. You've got to actually discover it in the journal update. And you'll also get to see, very importantly, below that, the budget that they have. So if you exceed that budget, they might just be like, I'm good, homie. See ya. Or if you charge them super high, they might actually take a bit of offense at that. Alright. Let's see, is Roomba over here? No, she's not over here yet, is she? You can interact, as you might have surmised, from the bond levels. You can actually increase your bond level by interacting with characters, which is super cool. And it'll make it a little bit easier, to get their spell cards to activate. Let's grab one of those just in case. Grab these. We'll grab some more seaweed too. Why not? I spent a lot, but we gotta spend money to make money after all. I'll spend the rest of the day getting some goodies around the Yokai Trail. And pretty much all areas of the game, well, actually all areas of the game, do in fact have their own gathering points, so you can gather unique ingredients from each area, and from each DLC as well. because I believe every DLC has added in at least a couple new ingredients and recipes, so you're able to cater to the specific tastes within those. And of course, the yokai dwelling in those areas as well will have different tastes. So, like I've mentioned before, right? DLC 4, Garden of the Sun. Those yokai will have slightly different tastes than what the yokai here in the yokai trail will enjoy. And it's important to plan accordingly. Alright, what else we got? Might as well grab that. Grab that. Where's our last point that we can get? Dang, I hope Wriggle comes, because we're going to have all the freaking cicada slows and honey. We can make all the weird stuff that's also sweet that she could ever want. Alright, you can see here, we got the rice ball recipe now, which does still use the cutting board. So we're going to put that on there as well. Because we only have, if you look at the bottom, we've only got a few slots for counter space for us to put cookware on. We only have 3 actually, so we do have to be careful as we keep going how much we can actually, how many recipes we can bring in. And that changes with how big your izakaya is as well. And you can also get some upgraded cookware as well later on. All right. Aw. They're good friends. I like them. Oh, okay. And here we have a mini game. So when you're cooking, you can actually increase your ability for good outcomes. So like, boom. There we go. Occasionally it'll give you a certain effect. And it'll go, hey, this is really cool. It'll move in time with the song. Dun, dun, with some of the instrumentation, which is really fun. That scratches my brain in a good way. As a former OS addict, I quite enjoy it. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I used to play a little bit of Dance Dance Revolution. But I didn't play much, because the DDR cabinet at my place, my arcade that I would go to as a kid, was right by the Tekken cabinet. And there were some people who were intense about DDR there. Like, that was their thing. That was their hobby, right? And me, being a right screen player, by both, well, initially by necessity, but later by preference, I was in the splash zone, because it was immediately to the right of the Tekken cabinet, if you were playing Tekken. And man, if you can imagine grown men who've been playing DDR hardcore, like seriously gunning for it, and for those high scores, for like 2 hours, the amount of sweat that is flying off, there was a legit splash zone. When those guys came in, they would put up wet floor markers. Straight up. It was nuts. Those dudes were intense. Ooh, Wriggle's back. Let's see what she wants. Ooh. What you want? Tell me. Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Abnormal and low alk. So let's do a tofu. I'm gonna do cicada slows. What does she want? Low alcohol? See, I'm in the worst. One of the things that gets me in this game is I will look at what a character wants, remember one of them, and then forget the other. Oh, nice. Got a little bond level up there. Just like mild, just like vegetarian. She likes the meat. Raw meat. Alright. So raw and chillable. let's do that. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do... Let's do the miso. Let's do the venison. Raw. Let's see if we can actually get something out of this, because every now and then if you match things that are too out there, it'll give you a, what is it? Is it dark matter, I think it was? Where it's just this nasty pot of something instead of an actual recipe, instead of an actual meal. Ooh, it actually worked. Nice. And then we get her spell card. You can see at the bottom right there. Guests are attracted more. Which is very nice. Alright, tofu and rice ball. Let's make another one of these since we're going to get a higher influx. And another one of these as well. Alright, what you want? Sweet and chillable. Let's make it a little bit cheaper this time. It's just like, well... We'll do that. Do. We'll use this. Give her the drink, not the other. Oh, perfect. Table 1. Here you go. Put this in here. Grab this for a wriggle. There we go. And yes, characters can re-up their spell cards as well. I tell you what, dude. Wriggles is very, very useful when you are in a bigger level of the Izakaya where you have more seats. Because you hit that and people just start flooding in. It's really cool. Alright, we do a rice ball with a little meat, little raw egg. Alright. Alright, what did she want? Low alk. It's honestly probably a safe bet for what she wants here, but alright, let's give her this. And get table 3. There we go. Your favorite neighbor is here to support you. She acts all high and mighty in this one, but she's a good egg. Table 1 is the lamprey. We need this. There we go. Wriggle left, so now we can make a little bit of money. Hey, I'm making money here. What you talking about, huh? No miso. Still want some of this. Oh, I've got the throw now. Nice. This is one of my favorite buffs that you can get. You can just straight up throw stuff across the Izakaya, which is very fun. That's very, very useful as an ability. And that doesn't last. That's not a permanent thing. That is one of the song buffs that you get, and it is so useful, especially when you've got special characters that have come in, or when you're still early game and you don't have the cash or the characters to bolster your waitstaff. One note. Ooh, I don't want it. There we go. There we go. I forgot there were Tanuki that came out here. For some reason, I thought that was a later stage that the Tanuki came out. I think I mentioned it before, but I have when I was in Japan, I saw some Tanuki shrines, and those are funky little dudes. I like them. I like them. Let's go down here. Another brand new day. Ooh. Is this the, is this Aya's Shinbun? Is it, Bunbun Maru? If you didn't know, Aya does write her own newspaper. Ooh, okay, there's an article about Mystia bailing out, essentially bailing out, Kyouko, and filling foods. Filling foods are popular, so this is important if you want to max out your ability to rake in the dough, because there will be things that will be trending that more people will like to order. And there's also things that will go in the opposite direction and be very non-trendy that people will not like. And there are some characters who like trendy things and some characters who like non-trendy things and vice versa. Alright, let's get a lot of tofu, because we went through a lot of tofu. And some radish. And some seaweed. And some highballs. And do a few mios. A few of these bad boys. A couple of these. Let's see, what are these? Vegetarian. We have something filling? Okay, let's get a handful of pumpkin. Just because those are the trendy thing now, apparently. Alright, grab that. Some patates. Get some meat. Some lamprey. Let's see if we can get some more sparrow sake. Yes! I think you can occasionally get a crit on that and get 10. But for the most part, you'll just get 5. You'll get 5 and you'll be happy. Grab some of that. Let's go to the one down here and see if we can get some more lamprey. Because we can't buy that from the merchant. And I would love to not run out of lamprey. That would be a little bit embarrassing. Please, more lamprey. Did this one refill? Please? Okay, there we go. There we go. This is still the only one we've got, so let's do that. Ooh, and we got boiled tofu now. And since this doesn't use a new one to us, let's go ahead and oh, we can only get 4 right now. We can do 39 of those, so let's take this instead of the regular tofu. And we'll take rice balls, and that's fairly easy for us to make. Grab that, and that, and that. And we need a drink. Sparrow sake, tea, mio, and fruity highball. What more do you need in life? Alright. Whoa! It's us! An invasion of the body snatchers out here. I'd be scared too. Dude, if I saw... Okay, real talk for a minute, alright? If I saw a doppelganger of myself out in the wild, it would be on sight. If you've ever seen the old movie Highlander, there can only be one. One of us is going to die. One of us has got to get beheaded, alright? We're going to scrap, we're going to throw down in the street. It is on sight, alright? That's what's up. That's what's up. Doppelganger small, if you're out there in the world, You best watch yourself. Don't step on my block, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Alright, let's see if we've got... where does that go? There we go. To my story happening in another world. It's a poster. Alright. Let's go ahead and start it up. Making the stuff that we're going to be selling tonight. A little bit fast on the beat there. Let's make one of these. This is where you kind of gotta be careful as well, so you can get over your head with cooking stuff to prepare. You end up losing your rear end on the costs later. So be careful. Alright. Oh, he really liked that apparently. Good on you, buddy. Who's this guy? Snake yokai? I think he's a snake yokai. Hey, he tipped well. Teeped. No, this is not kickboxing. It's not teep. He tipped well. There we go. I'm gonna come out here, be like I'm hawking my wares here, or sparrowing, I guess would be more correct. See, it worked. We got some people in now. What you buying? Rice ball. All right. What are these yokai? It's a bunny yokai, and is that a cat? Is that a cat or a fox yokai? I can't tell. Oh, Wriggle's here. Hello, Wriggle. One thing as well, once you get used to the different characters, you can start to anticipate what they like. And go ahead and start stuff up. We're going to treat her well with this one, because we want that spell card. Low Alk. Alright. I'll just take the highball. There we go. Thank you. Alright. Doo-doo. Let's go ahead and get that going to replace the one that we've got in stock. It'd be nice if Jennifer or Roomba showed up. Roomia. Speaking of, I'm not going to spoil it at all, because you should go and watch it yourself. If you guys have not seen Osana Reimu, a story when Rumia was big and Reimu was small, then you absolutely should. Very rarely has it been that my heart has been so moved by a fan-made creation. But oh my goodness, it was amazing. And I stumbled upon it. I heard rumblings around Touhou, of course, about it. But the real thing was I saw an animation of Osana Reimu and Big Rumia to Rolling Girl by Wawaka, I believe it is the artist who did that. And so I checked it out, and oh my goodness, my heart. Oh, my heart, man. It's so good. You will not be disappointed. Now, am I, like, oh, I can't say anything. I just can't say anything, man. I can't say anything. It's so good. I would feel awful if I ruined someone's experience with Osana Reimu. It is something I went into not expecting to like anywhere near as much as I did. But that is something that, it wowed me. It really did. Alright, fish. Wait, what was it? Was it dry? Dry. Let's give her a sparrow sake. Let's see if we can, make something happen here. What did she like? What did we just get for Chet? She likes sweet. Okay. Grilled aquatic meat sweet. Alright, let's give her a sweet lamprey. Like we did before. I think that's what we gave her before. I've got the memory of a goldfish, if you can't tell, so. As part of why, if you've seen our Mecha Mondays, where I've actually been building some stuff, I often tell you guys that you guys got to remember for me, alright? Ooh, nice! Fangquang egg. Ah, that gives us ingredients. Nice. That's actually quite nice. Early game. Get to recoup a little bit of supplies that you use. And sometimes you get some stuff that's a little bit interesting. Fruity, and let's grab this. Aquatic, of course. Now, what? Let's experiment a little bit. Alright, so this is what? Let's see if she likes home cooking. I like some of it. This is the bane of my existence right here in this game. Without fail, most of the days, I will prep a miso soup. A seafood miso soup. And it'll just sit there. That's like the, if you guys have seen the video of, oh, that's dark matter. Get that out of here. Maybe mild. Let's try mild. If you guys have seen the video of that Big Mac that people left out, and it just kind of slowly morphed, as opposed to actually decaying like food should, that's that miso soup for me in this game. Actually, get this out of here. I don't want to see this. Discard that. Gross. Whoa. That was a bit of a... I love the soundtrack, but that was a weird transition with the old... What was that? Was that a reversed? It almost sounded like a reversed symbol. Or it could have just been a gradual increase in volume. It sounded kind of like a reversed. Let's see. What does Jennifer want? Alright, she wants something grilled. Alright, fine. We've already pretty much got her taken care of, so let's... We're not going to waste more ingredients on Chin, I don't think. We're just going to give her regular lampreys now. She's also like 4 drinks in at this point, so it's not like she can tell. That is one thing, man. That is one thing, man, you learn as a bartender. After a while, people just can't. They just can't, man. Like, there's some people where, if you guys aren't bartenders, you might frown upon this practice, but at some point, as people get more and more sloshed as a bartender, you start to pour them less and less, you know? Like, you just take a glass of wine, because it's an easy one to visualize. Someone starts coming in, and you're like, alright, I'm going to treat them well, and you pour them a little bit more than a glass. You know, just a little bit, you know, just make sure that they know that you're taking care of them. And then the second glass, you pour them a normal glass. And then you pour them another normal glass. And then they start getting a little bit sloppy. And you're like, you get like 3/4 of a glass. And you just kind of back them off a little bit, very gradually. Oop, there's Roomba. Roomba has been spotted. Look at her, she's adorable. Oh my goodness. So nanoka. Classic Roomba. And then where's a garbage bag? Do you have stuff? No. Let's talk to her. Let's chat with her. And doing things like chats and occasionally characters will have little mini quests that you can do that will raise their bond level as well. Make them more likely to show up and more likely to use a good spell card. So Nanoka. I love how much of an icon in the community Rumia is due to her just having that T-pose in EOSD. It's so fun. It's so fun. Alright. So what I'm thinking, because we can't save here. We just did that. We're about in an hour and a half, so I think I'm going to start to pack up and call it a day. Close up shop here. We've got Jennifer there. We're going to have to talk to her next time, I think. But in any case, I really appreciate you guys. And I really appreciate you guys being here to join me on a little bit of Mystias Izakaya. I'm definitely going to be playing this because this is a game that I adore. If you can't tell with me yapping and just absolutely singing its praise. So next time on Touhous-day, if you prefer, we're probably going to play more Mountain of Faith or maybe some Lol-K. One of the mainline games is what I'm getting at. I'm not quite sure which one yet, but one of the mainline games is probably what we're going to do. And then the following week, if I am not just inclined to play it earlier, we'll play some more Mystias Izakaya because I adore this game quite a bit. In any case, guys, I appreciate you coming out and hanging out with me. It's been a great time for me. I hope it was good for you, alright? I'm just saying. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. And I hope you have a phenomenal and blessed rest of your week. Peace, guys.